Danielle, back with you guys on another girl chat, chit chat type of video. But today we are having coffee and conversation. I got my coffee. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit your subscribe button, turn on your post notifications. But y'all, let's get into it. As you can see, we are talking about having a village. Yes, y'all. And y'all know when I got my headband on. Y'all know what time it is for this hair. But anyway, y'all. Yes, having a village. So this topic actually came about because, oh well, by the time you guys see this, I would say just a few days ago, I worked at the Friday, and Saturday I was really tired because I had worked, came home, had to do dinner for the kids, and I was just overall tired, drained. That morning, a friend of mine, she was messaging me, and I told her I miss my mom, and I see the importance of why people, do have a village. And she said, you know, I do understand, but unfortunately, we are not in that position. We just have to do what we have to do and, just trust God for everything. And I was like, yep, that is true. So that's what kind of led me to have this conversation today. And I would say, for the most part, my mom group, my mom friends, none of us really have a village. We are all just doing it on our own. And basically, we've become our own village. Now, when I say that, it's because even though we cannot physically be there for each other because we're all in different places, we've become kind of the village as far as like just support, whether it's emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, it doesn't matter, but we've decided to kind of be each other's support group, each other's village in that manner. Because I think, it's one of those mom movies where the moms used to take turns, and just one mom would take on the kids, and the other moms, they would go out, do whatever they needed to do. Unfortunately, we can't do that for each other, but we just figured out other ways to be each other's village, each other's support. And I think that is the hardest thing, because even before I became a mom, I always used to kind of had the mindset, okay, once everything is good financially, you're good in every other aspect, which, just after having the kids, I found out that was not true. And oh, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm talking about with my mom, definitely you should see it up top. What I haven't healed from, talking about the death of my mom and dad. But yeah, back into this, guys. So I think it was definitely, an eye opener. And, it's not always financial. And then the next thing would be, and I've talked about this, I think, in one of my other sit down videos. I know for me personally, with not having a village, it's definitely hard in juggling to make sure I do have self-care, self-love. You should have seen that vlog not too long ago, and making sure that, I still do what I have to do for the family. It's very difficult to juggle sometimes. One of my biggest things, and again, I think I've touched on this, is being here for the kids, because especially if the kids forget their laptop or the school calls or whatever, not having a village, again, all that falls on me. And for my mom group, it's, the same thing. Everything falls on them, meetings at the school, whatever it is with the kids after school, so in planning my schedule, any appointments or anything, I have to make sure that I'm back in time, for, when the kids get home, or not to be gone too long after they've gotten home, especially if they have after school activities, and, making sure I'm there on time to pick them up. So that is one of the most difficult things, I definitely would say. And I know that applies to a lot of moms working, you stay at home, whatever it is, your schedule still revolves around the kids. I think number two for me, in growing up for me, I used to have to get up, do so many things in the morning times before getting ready for school and trying to be out the door. Used to take the bus to school. And growing up, I definitely said to myself, I didn't want my kids having to do that, having to get up, do chores before they left for school. So I wanted to make sure they got up, they were focused. It's not them telling, their younger brothers and sisters get ready or get dressed. I felt that was not, I was not trying to have my kids have to raise their siblings, basically. Because, sometimes when I got up, I had to take care of my cousin and making sure she was good before going to school, all that. And I did not want that for my kids. I want them to get up, be focused on getting dressed for school, getting to school, focus on school. Now, yes, when you get home in the evenings and you finish again with your homework and whatever, then you do your chores, you clean up, whatever, which I still do most of the cleaning. I mean, the kids, Amaya's old enough to wash her clothes and do things or whatever, but I still want them to have a childhood. I don't want them to feel like everything is about them being slaves. Yes, it's one thing to teach them to take care of themselves, because eventually they're going to be out on their own, living on their own, doing whatever. But I didn't want them to feel like that growing up, that's all there is for them, to having to clean up, not be kids, not know how to do anything. I mean, having to do all this stuff. So I did not want them for that, because I felt for me that was probably one of the things in my childhood that I really didn't like. Yes, it teaches self-discipline, but to an extent, I felt that I did not have a life outside of doing those things. So I definitely didn't want the kids having to do that. So they know what they have to do. Of course, they can clean their rooms themselves, their bathrooms, all that stuff on the weekend, or, whatever, but not so much to where they're not focused. I want them to be focused on their education and all that good stuff. So again, in not having a village though, sometimes it's a lot still just on me as a parent in trying to make sure, again, you balance that. And for me, and again for my mom group, as dad is not right down the street. Dad is in another state. So it's not where I can just send them to dad or call dad. No, it is still on me, because he's not right around the corner. So I definitely see the importance. I definitely miss not having my mom around, because I feel like if she was here, things would have been much easier. I could have definitely depended on her more to help with the kids. I think the next thing would be in just, for me right now, I am definitely considering for spring cleaning. I was gonna film like a spring cleaning vlog, but I'm definitely kind of considering hiring a cleaning company. I mean, if that's something you don't want to do, that's on you. I feel for me as a mom, because when I'm doing all the cleaning, all the cooking most of the time, so therefore for me, that's what I'm looking into. Judge if you want to, but I just feel it's necessary for me, and it's just something that I need to do. Because as I said, I'm doing all the cleaning all the time. I want a break, and that's part of my self-care, self-love for myself, getting that break in having people to come in to clean. Now, I know they might not clean like how I want to, but hey, it's better than me getting weary, getting tired, doing those things. Sorry, y'all, if y'all hear the dogs in the background. But yes, that is one of the things for me. I think the next thing I would touch on in having a village or not really having that support, and kudos to everyone if you do have a village, have support. If you don't, if you have moms where even if you just got to rely on each other mentally and emotionally and just, having that type of support, definitely do so. Definitely, do whatever you can for your mom group or your mom friends. I've seen, and I'm sure we've all seen videos of especially young moms not having support, breaking down because, again, it can lead to you being depressed, having a mental breakdowns, being drained, being tired when you're doing everything yourself and you don't have a village or have a support team. The next thing I would definitely want to touch on would be to say, there's this, I don't know. Now, the kids, as I mentioned before, they're old enough to kind of, be here on their own by themselves. But when they were, younger, I tried the babysitter thing and even that didn't work out. I don't know if it was me, but like the babysitters here were so flaky because they would probably do whatever for a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then it was always something, always an emergency. I don't know. I don't know if I was doing it wrong. I don't know if it was um you know whatever. I don't know. I just know that that's just experience I had. So it wasn't even to say, using babysitters to do whatever I needed to do because they never worked out. I think I went through about 3 to 4 babysitters maybe, and then I just kind of gave up on it because, again, it just didn't work out for me. So again, it just shows the importance of having a village if you can have one, and if you don't, definitely you know trying your best to at least find 1 or 2 people that can support you, even if it's not physically to where they can be with the kids or step in, but you want to make sure that they are there for you, again, mentally, emotionally, because you don't want to get overwhelmed. You don't want to feel drained. There are still days where I still feel overwhelmed and drained, especially if the kids are going through something in school, if they're not understanding something, if, whatever it is, it is overwhelming sometimes. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there, having these chit chats. I don't want to say I'm venting, but this is kind of therapeutic for me as well. And I know for some people, if you come across this video, it is. Leave me some of your tips down below if you don't have a village, or what you've been doing without it. If you do have one, how's it working out for you? What you like, what you don't like, do's and don'ts, whatever you feel is necessary, not just for me, but for any other mom that comes across this video. And we definitely want to help in that manner. You can be their village in just leaving tips, leaving your experience, talking about whatever for you, what you did for you and your kids. So definitely, again, thank you guys for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications to know when these videos drop. But y'all, that is it for this little chat. I definitely can elaborate more if you guys want me to, but I just thought that I would touch on this subject. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.